Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial we're going to learn 3 basic AI tools that every researcher should have access to and should be working on them in this 2025. They are very simple to access and very easy to use. They can help you a lot in dealing with your PDFs and in developing your research papers, and even sometimes in writing and delivering your presentations. So without taking much of our time, let's get started. Now, to access ChatPDF, all you need is to come to your browser anywhere and just type in Google, and you can just go ahead and search for ChatPDF. Just like so, you don't enter, and it will bring you over to this very platform. You can see chatpdf.com over here. You can just click and it will bring you over to this very platform. Join millions of students, researchers and professionals to instantly answer questions and understand research with AI. Directly, you can just go ahead and drag and drop your PDF files, or you can browse from your computer or from any URL where the PDF document is located. For this tutorial, we're going to directly bring in from my computer, but then let's look at some of the things that you can do with ChatPDF. It's available for students, for researchers and for professionals, or multi-file chats. If you want to do multi-file chat, you can create folders to organize your files and chat with multiple PDFs in one single conversation, which is very good for writing papers and writing different kind of documents that you may have multiple documents coming with it. Cited sources, you can have your cited sources. Answers contain references directly on their source in the original PDF document. No more flipping up pages. These are very interesting things, and it comes in with many language. You can try any language worldwide. It's acceptable. You can do it with any language, as you can see from here. So it functions more or less like the normal chat GPT, but then this one is quite specific as it interacts directly with the PDF. So let's start with uploading a PDF from my computer. We can just say have this PDF. All right, so let's say I have this PDF. I can just open it. So let's just give it some seconds to finish the upload. So you can see right now it has uploaded the paper from one side. You can see you can always start a new chat from here, and you can upgrade to Plus if you're interested. You can create a new folder where you can upload all of your papers very easily. And then this is the paper that you're working with. You can be able to see this is a chat area. This is where the prompting area. This is the prompting area where you can send in your prompt about this very paper that we're talking about. So you can see it's already recognized that it is one of 24 pages. This paper is 24 pages in total. You have option to drag and drop other things from here. You can search directly from the paper content from here directly. Now over here you have the option to share the chat if you want to share, or you can rename a particular chat if you want, and you can export the chat directly to your system, or reset a particular chat or delete that chat at any given point. So let's start with some basic questions about this paper that you can see. So let's ask it some very basic questions. So the first question I have here is, can you summarize the main findings of this research paper? So let's see what it's going to do. Very fast and very accurate. You can see pretty fast. It has given us a summary. This research paper is a novel approach to flood modeling by coupling a full 2D hydrodynamic model with hydrological models. The main findings include these. These are the main findings, and this is exceptionally correct, which means you don't have to flip through all the paper, all the pages to understand the equations, to understand everything, and then to get to the end of it all and try to find out the findings. You can just literally just chat with the PDF directly on your own. So you can ask it, you can be as specific as you want. What is the main of this paper? You can just ask and you're going to see the answer. It's pretty very fast. The main aim of the paper is to develop and present a new coupled hydrological and hydrodynamic model, which is very fantastic and very correct. So let's ask some more specific questions about this paper. So let's see, what methodology did the authors use in this study? So you can click and just let's see. Yeah, the authors use this methodology: model development, division of computational domains, run of calculations, routine with unit hydrograph, simulations of flood events, performance and evaluation. This is exactly what was done in the paper. I've read it complete. This is marvelous, I can say. And you know what even marvels me the most is the speed at which it quickly interacts with the paper paper and gives you whatever you want directly. Yeah, so let's see some more. So let's see this question. Can you explain the significance of the results discussed in the discussion section? This is so direct. So let's see. This is very technical. Without you knowing about the paper, there's no way you can answer this question. And you can see it has given us exceptional answers directly from the manuscript. So what it's saying is, and one thing that actually marvels me in this report, in this response, is the location of the references. You can see, scroll to page 15 and you'll find this information. Scroll to page 18, you'll find some of this information. Scroll to page 1 to page 16, you should be able to find some things about this. Yeah, so this is very interesting. Once you click, you'll be able to scroll to that particular page and you'll be able to find those information that it has summarized directly. You can see, scroll to page 20 and you can find some of the answers to that. You can see, scroll to page 1, and as you click, it just quickly moves to that page easily and very fast. That's one marvelous things I like about this. So it's really wonderful. It's up to you to harness it to see what you can use it actually for. So let's try one more thing. Let's upload another paper. Let's say we upload this a different paper. So let's give it some seconds to finish the upload. All right, and you can see right now we're excited to share our insights with you on this same paper. So this is a different paper. I can ask the same question. For example, I can say, can you explain the significance of the result discussed on the discussion point here? You can say, just hit and enter, and it's going to give you directly results. You can see perfectly, and it has just given you the results accordingly. You can hit and move to the pages where those informations are contained. So this is exceptionally useful, especially for researchers and people who want to do report writing or consult different multiple documents at the same time. So let's look at, you can always refer back to the chart, okay, by just clicking. You can see this is the previous chart, this is the next one. You can always move on, and if you want to download or export this, you can always come over here. You can export the chart, and with just one click you can see it's been output. You just have the output directly in .txt. Yes, you can see it. You can now copy your result and paste it somewhere, maybe within your Word document, and you can continue your further processing within it. It is actually a very fantastic tool that you can always use. Can be very specific. Once you know what the PDF document is all about, or you want to chat with it directly, you can go ahead and work with it, adding multiple PDFs like we've explained. So let's call this research one. All right, so this could be your PhD project or your MSc project or your grant research writing or something like that. So you can say research one, then you have to log in. All right, so you can now drag and drop multiple papers files here. You can drag and drop files in this folder in the left side, drag and drop files, and then you can be able to chat with them directly. So let's say we drag and drop these files. All right, so we can drag and drop these files, these 3 files. All right, so you can just go ahead and explore all other features, like you can create a folder and you can add all of you can drag and drop multiple PDF documents and you can be able to work with them, or you can ask them directly. This could be categorized according to the type of research you're doing, maybe your MSc work or a particular research project or on a particular grant. You can have all your papers arranged directly in that area, and then you can be able to write content directly on your own. To start, you can start by accessing SciSpace. Right now, they are on typeset.io. You can typeset SciSpace, or you can go to Google and just Google SciSpace. And this is what we are going to have until 2025. They are now typeset.io. So once you're here, you have 2 things to look at. This is where you search. You can get insights into your papers, whatever you have. You can come to the left here. You have the option to chat with your PDF document directly. You can bring in your paper and you can chat with it. You can have literature review conducted, AI writer, find topics on your own. If you are a PhD or a master's or even an undergrad student looking out to find topics for your research, you can do that directly from here. We have the paraphraser, something similar to that of Killbot that you can use to paraphrase contents directly. And you have citation generator. You can just copy the link to the paper or journal paper and just paste in, and it's going to give you the citation of any type, maybe Upper Sixth or Vancouver or any other one. You have AI detector that can help you to detect what kind of content you have, whether it is fully written by AI or thereabout. And then you have the PDF to video conversion. You can convert your PDFs to video directly. Now, before we go deep into this, let's start with the most basic. You can see them, all of the features from here. But the most basic is to start by installing the Google Chrome add-on for the SciSpace. So you can access it once you come down here. You can see it, Google Chrome. You can add to your Chrome, or you can see it over here. This is the Chrome extension that you can easily click to add to your Chrome browser, so you can have it by your side wherever whenever you have a content that you want to analyze. So you can go ahead and say add to Chrome, and this is going to directly add the extension to your Chrome browser. All right, so let's go ahead and open and register with one of my accounts, maybe Google account. Just continue. So you can see right now it's been added, account connected. You can always come over here. We can click this. You're able to see SciSpace, and you can pin it to the top. Okay, you see you've pinned it to the top, and you can see this sign over here. This is SciSpace. At any given point, you can just click on it, and it's just going to kickstart. Okay, so let's continue, and let me show you the power of this SciSpace. So assuming we are on this journal paper site, okay, this is a paper about stormwater management, and we could just easily refresh it. So you can see the SciSpace sign over here. Once you click on this, it's going to enable you to have a chat or a conversation directly with this paper that you're working on. And you can see the tabs are now on, and you can see what the purpose is, the key takeaways from this paper. These are some little advice or guide that it can give you on what to ask, or biases or limitations, evidence, examples used in this paper. You can easily directly search by using this very tool. And alternatively, you can come down here and look at suggested questions that you can interact with your paper appropriately. You can see what is the purpose of this web page, or summarize the content of this web page, or what are the key takeaways from this web page. Now, this is a journal paper, so we can just go ahead and just ask it simple question. What is this paper about? What is this paper all about? So you're going to be one that marveled by what kind of chart is going to generate. This is very, very direct. You can see the paper reviews the impact of green stormwater infrastructure on ecosystem services, such as water quality and flood control. You can see everything in detail, and you can see it has given you responses where it picked all of this information. Now, this is the basic as it comes to searching or chatting with the PDF. Now, it can be very specific as regards something. For example, you can come down here and say, ask it to explain something. For example, let's say the discussions that major findings. Okay, let's say, can you give me 5 major findings from this paper? Right, so let's see. It's going to be very, very direct and very, very fast. You can see these are the main 5 major findings from this research paper. Most research on green stormwater infrastructure is conducted at the parcel scale, suggesting a need for studies at larger scales to understand broader impacts. So these are direct findings from this particular paper that you've chatted with. You can go to the literature review, and this is going to have you ask questions directly regarding the content, or how does climate change. These are try asking or searching for these questions. These are a little bit related to this, but this is just for your own literature review if you want to conduct more literature review directly. So this is basic. You can do that on a journal paper, or you can do that on a blog post as well. So let's say this is a blog post about the 10 tips for improving your public speaking skills. You can come over here, or you can see the SciSpace, and of course you can chat with it directly. You can ask certain questions from this page. What is it, and what we can you summarize this? So you can just give to summarize the page, and it's going to summarize it directly and very fantastically. As you can see in summary, this is what it has: overcoming fear, engaging openings, connecting with your audience, non-verbal communications, and strong conclusions are very, very vital to public speaking tips. So you can see, you can go ahead. These are 4 sources that it has that is highlighted in the conversation. You can follow up message, you can copy, you can share directly
this to any platform of your choice. For example, you can share it on Twitter, or you can share it on other, you can copy and share on other platforms as well if you're interested. Then that's the most basic. Let's go back to the initial stage where we have everything. And now let's start with another basic thing. Let's refresh this because you've already logged in. All right, so you have the option to start a chat with a PDF. You can do that within the platform as well. You can click and then you can import the PDF. No matter how many PDFs, you can import them and you can have chat with them directly. So let's say I have some PDFs located here. Let's say I've got this. Let me select one of them. Okay, so let's go with this, and then we're going to have some conversations with it. Okay, so you now have to add this paper to a collection of papers that you have. Let's say I'm going to add this to a new collection, and I'm going to call that collection Stormwater Management. Right, and I say done, and this paper is going there directly. So that means you can add multiple papers and you can have conversations with them at the same time. Okay, so you can to directly be relating with those papers using the SciSpace AI tool. So this is the paper, the coupled hydrological and hydrodynamic model for flood simulation. So this paper, you can just go ahead and start chatting with it. You can ask questions generally from this, or you can highlight stuff and ask the AI to explain. So for example, you can highlight this section, and once you highlight, you can say explain this context, or summarize this context, or get related papers to this, or highlight some things from this, or save to pressure drop analysis section, or you can select a notebook and save this content directly on. So let's say we have something simple. Let's say let's say I highlight this simple paragraph and I say explain the text. Okay, so this text selected is going to explain to me directly. So you can see how fantastic this is. Keep understanding flood simulation and zone classification. So what is 2D? What is a 2D shallow flow model, and design flood events, and so on. You can see when you follow through this, you can have a clear understanding of what this particular concept is trying to explain to you. Very, very easy and very direct. Okay, so in addition to text analysis and enhancement, or giving you results, it can also equally snip and take a screenshot of mathematical expressions and give you explanations of what they mean. So let's try with that. And you can see the option over here. You can click on this, and let's just go ahead and take a snip of this. So you can just on your own take a snip of this, and once you release your hand, it's going to, of course, give you an analysis of what these equations are and what they stand for. Very easy and very fantastic. And you can see right now, it's a detailed explanation of the mathematical notation in flood modeling. This particular image that we've just inserted, you can see the details, and you can see the sum. Understanding the symbols, it started with the symbols, then the vector, and then the vector G, the vector S, and then the conclusion, and so on. It has given you the detailed explanation of what each one of them stands and what you can understand from using these equations. So in addition to using SciSpace in this form, you can as well go to the library. You can have, in addition to chatting with PDF, you can have a summary of this content. For example, this journal paper, you can have a summary of it, everything in summary, and you can easily on your own convert it into your podcast if you're interested. Yeah, if it's something that interests you, you can convert it into your podcast or something related. Okay, so this is the summary of the entire journal paper, from the introduction to hydraulic and hydrological zones, the full 2D hydrodynamic model, hydrological model, the coupling methods, up to the conclusion, what you should expect from the paper, and even decide whether the paper is worth reading or not at all. So another thing that is very interesting with this AI tool is the library. You can always refer to my library, and you can couple up different kind of content or sources to this. Like you can upload more than one PDF document. You can also click to import others. Okay, directly. Let's say I add this, and once you click, it is just going to be added to this. Let's say I'm adding it to this same collection, and so upload one file. So this is going to upload in the same library. So we have more than one paper, and you can see in each case you have is summarized something about the paper, and you can easily save this simple summary to the notebook. You can add it to the notebook if you're interested, or you can create or add columns that you can have. This is the first column, too long, and then you can add columns on summarized abstract. For example, you can have a column on the summarized abstract from this particular paper, or from all the papers that you've generated or you've added. You can see this is for the first paper and this is for the second paper. You can go ahead and keep adding, create new column, adding conclusions or adding results, or summarizing the method used in this particular paper, so the above. And if you're interested, you can save this to a notebook. You can click to save to a notebook, and this is going to be added to your notebook. You can see my first notebook. You can see this is the content that you've just summarized. Okay, so you can see you can give it a title if you're interested. So for example, Storm 1. All right, so this now becomes part of it. You can change the notebook name. You can change it, maybe you make it Stomata Management. All right, so this is very, very interesting, and you can see the citations that's added. You can come down here and see the source directly where it picked it from. So you can add as many things as you want. You can add conclusions. Like I said, you can add feature research gap directly by picking on papers. All right, so you can continue to explore different things. You can add columns for any of the sections that we've talked about here. And one of the good things about SciSpace is that you can control the style of the referencing that you're going to get for your journal papers or for your write-ups. For example, this is the upper 7th format. You can click on this to check, and you can have different types of styles depending on what your school or what your paper is recommending. So you can just go ahead and use it directly. You can choose any of them directly. Now you can go ahead and do many other things, like you can chat with PDF of Explained, you can do literature review, you can do AI writer. One of the things that I want to highlight here is the use of the citation generator, which is equally very, very important. You can click on this, and with the citation generator, all you need is just to copy the link. Okay, cite using title or URL. If you have a title of a document, you can just paste it in here, and it's going to generate the reference for you directly in any format of your choice. So let's say, for example, we are going with this paper. Okay, so I copied it, and then let's get back to SciSpace, and let's say I paste the paper here. You can see this is the citation. Okay, you can just click and be able to see the citation over here. This is the details of the paper, and this is the paper being cited, and you can see this is the format it has given. You can of course change the format if you're interested, but then you can always copy this, and then this is the in-text citation, how it is going to be cited within the text. You can equally add that as well. So you can add this, you can select this particular one, and then you can export if you are using LaTeX, you can export the references off to download. You can download it easily. You can download from here as well as BibTeX, or you can edit reference or copy the reference and take it somewhere else. So these are some of the key things that you can always work with. If you have the AI detector, you can extract data from any given document. For example, you can add a PDF and you can extract data. You can do semantic search, extract and compare information, citation backed insights. You can do all of these. You can get summaries, conclusions, findings from multiple PDFs in a table form. Okay, so this is going to be in tabular form if you're interested in getting all this. So this is very interesting and useful when you are doing literature review, especially. So you can be able to change to get the things done easily. Now you have the AI detector. This one enables you to detect a particular PDF document, whether it contains some AI content, AI generated content, or thereabout. You can be able to know from some of these models, which one is actually used to generate. So all you need is just to upload the document, and you can see analyze, and it's going to give you the analysis of whether it's been used, it's been generated from AI or not. So this is very, very fantastic. So the best advice is for you to go on and try on your own, try to see how you can make use of this platform, register with your email, and then see how in which ways you can make it useful to yourself. It's possible to now generate presentations completely from scratch to finish without you actually doing the technical work. You just put in the prompt, and the AI is going to generate the entire presentation. The software we're going to use for today is called Gamma AI. Okay, and to access Gamma AI is very easy. Just go to your browser and just search Google, and you can come to Gamma AI, Gamma.app, or you can on your own just go to the search bar and just type in Gamma.app, and it's going to bring you over to this very platform. And this is it, a new medium for presenting ideas powered by AI. Beautiful presentations, documents, and websites. No design or coding skills is required. So all you need is just to come down here and click on sign up for free to kickstart signing up. There are two methods. You can sign up with your email address if you have any, or you can sign up with any of your Google accounts. So I'm going to use one of my Gmail accounts to just log in. I'll click on continue, and then we're moving. Now, this is the platform where you'll be welcomed with. You can change the looks to list view or create view, where you can see the signs and ideas of what you're creating. Now you have the option to create new presentation, and in Gamma AI, there are three methods in which you can create presentation. For example, the first method is you can paste in a text directly. You can just copy a text containing notes or outlines or existing content about what you are going to present, and then paste that text, and it's going to give you the presentations accordingly. That is if you have an idea. If you don't have, you can use the AI. You can generate from one line prompt in a few seconds. This can help you generate a fantastic presentation from just a one line or a single line prompt that you just entered. I'm going to show you how to use this. And then the third option is you can import a file or a URL containing the content that you want to actually make presentations about. So enhancing existing documents, presentation, or web pages. If you have your presentation maybe created skeletally, you can import it here, and it's going to kind of enhance it and optimize it and make it beautiful for you. So for this, let's go ahead and just generate using an AI for the first option. Let's say we can create a presentation about the solar system, be as detailed as possible. Okay, so this is a presentation. For instance, to create a web page, you can create interactive pages with distinct sections, good for landing pages and websites. If you want to create any of these, or you want to just create pageless or printable pages, good for ebooks and documents and PDFs, you can do that as well. Now, this is the default. You can go with 8 cards, but if you want to go beyond 10 cards, you have to go pro, of course. So for this tutorial, we're going to go with 8 cards, which is going to be simple. Just for the demonstration, you can choose the size. So you can choose from the page style without you use the default, which is the flexible cards that expand with your content, or that's great for informal presentation. You can expand. It doesn't have a specific size. Or you can use the traditional, which is 16:9, standard size for exporting to PowerPoint, Google Slides, and Keynote. This is the standard. Or you can use the tall version. Okay. You can change the language over here. You see the range of languages that you can choose from. But for this, we're just going to keep it at English, United States, and then we can just go ahead and click on generate. Now, in a matter of seconds, you can see that it is generating the outline. So you can see it has just generated the outline, the solar system, a captivating journey, an overview of the sun and its planets, the terrestrial planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. So this is just the outline. If you want to edit anything, you can just click and you can just edit. If you want to add a particular content, so each slide is going to be about this. If you want to add a card, you can add. Or if you want to change the content, you can change. Or in between this, if you want to add any card, you can as well add that card, for example. So let's say we can add a card and we can call it images of the, or we can call it, let's say, facts about the solar system. Okay. So you can see we have now 9 slides. You can see everything, and then you can come down here. Amount of text per card. You want it to be very brief, or you want it to be medium or detailed, depending. Let's keep it at medium for now. Images, you want to have AI generated images or stock photos or web images or AI images directly or illustrations. You can see there are a number of them. I want to keep everything at default at this point. And then AI image model, Flux Fast. This is using the Flux AI model. So I think we can keep it at default as well. If you have the need to change the models, you can change the other available models like the DALL-E 3, the Flux or Ultra, as well as Recraft. These are models that generate, or you can use the Leonardo Phoenix. It's also helpful in generating the image. And in each case, you can be able to see the sample images it can generate for you directly. Okay, so let's say we go with the default as it is, and then let's continue. So at this point, you have to select a theme. Okay, so there are different themes over here. You can select any particular one that you're interested in. For example, let's go with this simple theme, and then we can just go ahead and click on generate. So as you click on a particular theme, it's going to change the looks. If you don't want this, you can go with something like this, and it's going to see the atmosphere changing directly. If you don't want all this as well, you can check to see others. Let's go with something simple. This is much more complicated. And then let's say we select on this and click on generate. So let's give it some seconds while it generates our presentation. All right, so you can see right now it's been created, and we can go ahead and check the generation or what it has created for us. So you can see at the beginning, this is it. This is the solar system, which with this description by this guy. You can change anything if you want. And see, this is the overview, and then you can see the gas giants, as well as facts about the solar system, the planets, the dwarf planets, the moons. You can see dwarf planets and the Kuiper belt. These are so detailed. The only thing is the images. I don't like the images. They look kind of AI related, AI kind of images. Okay, but the key thing about this is that you can edit any of the slides. Okay, you can edit any of the slides. You can go ahead on your own, come over here. You have a range of controls that you can use. For example, you can improve the writing, fix spelling, grammar, translate, make longer, make shorter, simplify. Let's say make shorter this context, this text is going to make it shorter with just this very simple clip that we have. All right, so this is now a bit shorter. And if you want, you can also change the looks of this. You can come over here. You can add notes. You can change the styling. Okay, you can change the card styling. You can have the top layout, this side layout, or right layout. You can change it accordingly. You can have it to be something like this, or you can have it to be something like this. But I kind of prefer it to be like this. You can change the card color also. If you want to change the card color, you can select and change the color to something else. Okay, if you want to customize it to something else, you can do that as well. I think I can kind of like it this way. Now, these are other things to write where you can add different things from card templates. You can add different templates on your own. If you want to add any template, you can click and you can select different templates, just like the way you have in Microsoft PowerPoint. You have image and text, blank cards, text and image. If you want to include a text and image on a particular card, you can just click and it's going to automatically change it to include text and image. All right. And then down here, you have smart layout. If you have a given layout that you want 3 columns, 4 columns, bullet layouts, and so on, you can just select accordingly and it will change everything. Right. Now over here, you have basic block. In terms of text, you can have headings, heading 1, heading 2, and so on. You can have different bullet lists, numbered lists, and so on. So you can just go ahead and experience it and see what you can do in entirety, what you can edit, how you can change things, because most of the things here, they are editable. You can just click and you have option to change. Like these icons, you can change them. Can edit the layout and can edit the image or add item before or after, duplicate and change the color and so on. All right, you can just do that with these simple clicks. You can change everything. All right, so it's up to you. You can add comments here, or you can add reactions to a particular slide that you are working on. And then over here, you can add images. Okay, you can import images, or you can upload images or URLs, web search images, AI images if you want. So for example, here we can say we can do web search. You want to do web search, and it is just going to search for you the images. For example, you can say the solar system. Right, so this is going to be a web search, and you can pick in any image as you so wish, and you can replace the image that you have in any of the content. Okay, so all you need is just to select, and it's going to add that to your presentation. All right, so it's very, very easy to just customize your content accordingly. You can kind of work on it. And then you have down here videos and media. If you want to add videos, you can have a gallery that you can upload on your system, from your system, or video or audio URL, or you have a recording on Loom, you can connect it, or YouTube insert, you can insert a YouTube link to your presentation, or Vimeo, or Wistia, or TikTok video, Spotify, and so on. So you have these much options to import media directly. And then you have embedded apps. If you want to embed some apps into your presentations, you can add those as well, according to the ones that are listed here. Okay, you can add charts of different types. You can see one of the key things they've enhanced actually is this issue of charts and so on. We can add different statistical charts and see for yourself column charts, bar chart, and so on. You can just on your own add them, and then you can customize them as you so wish. Okay, so this is the chart. We can go ahead, change if this is the type of chart you want, we can go ahead and change the content of the chart, and you can see it changes directly. You can change the different looks of the chart, different types. There's a donor chart, there's a line chart if you want it to be a line chart, or a column chart, or a bar chart that you have previously. So depending, you can show labels if you want to show labels, or you can unshow them accordingly. You can change the ideas, the axis details, as well as even the content. You can change everything, and you can regenerate this, add a column before, add a column after, change column type, or delete a particular column. You can do all that from here. So it's very, very easy to create and easy to play around with. Lastly, you have these forms and buttons. If you want to add forms or you want to add buttons, you can easily drag and drop things, and then you can add forms directly for ease of access, to change to another, to click to go to another place, or thereabout. So this is about creating in general. You can click on any, and you can edit the content like I've explained. Anything you click, you can change. You can click and edit the content. If you want to change the layout, or if you want to change the theme of the if you are not comfortable with this, we can as well change the theme. You can come down here, you have different kind of options also to change, and you can add different kind of slides. You can add an empty slide, and you can go ahead, select from the template, or generate on your own the content or thereabout. Okay, so once you're done, if you don't want something like this, you can as well change your theme. Come over here, click on the theme, and maybe you want something lighter, you can click, and with just this simple click, it's going to change everything to a lighter theme. And you can see now your presentation is quite different, and you can see maybe it's much better if this is what you want, or if something else, you can go ahead and change it. Okay, so this is about theme, and once you're okay with this, you can just go ahead. You can either present online during your presentation, or you can click on this, and you can present in this, or full screen, share full screen, or do presenter view, where you can have a text that you can read while you deliver the presentation. Or you can go ahead and click on this share button, and then you can export it. Okay, you have the option to export to PDF, to export to PowerPoint, or export to PNGs as PNGs, and then you can have them to be used in different presentations or thereabout. Okay, so just go ahead, explore this. You can invite people to join you and work with them. You can add their emails to work on the same project, so it's easy to collaborate. All right, thanks so much for watching, and these are my 3 tools that I want to share with you that I feel like they can be exceptionally useful, especially to students and researchers in their own academic or professional field. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.